to your bank account while you sit on the beach sound. Too good to be true? In this video, I'll show you how you can make this happen. All you need is a $100 investment from your bank account and to purchase cryptocurrency. Okay, you've got your cryptocurrency. Fantastic. But what now? Just like the stock market, in cryptocurrency markets, you can lend your cryptos to buyers. In return, you earn interest. Simple. But there's a catch. Doing the lending yourself across many exchanges is a difficult and manual process. That's where my course can help. It seems like a long process, but once you've done it one time, it only takes about 5 minutes to set up each time. It's quick, easy, and a consistent moneymaker. So, what are you waiting for?
Hello everyone,
Sign up now.
I'm Alex Rarlitz, and I'm bringing you a step-by-step guide to passive income with Bitcoin lending. I'm an entrepreneur, an investor, and a passive income enthusiast. I'm bringing you this guide for many reasons. Let's jump into it. Why I made this course for you. So where this course really originates from is from a good friend of mine who I learned this method. At the time, I was really struggling with paying my bills and things of that nature, and I really wanted to learn how to invest in something, especially cryptocurrency, because I was so fascinated with it at the time. And just use a small amount of money to get started. So after learning about this method and sitting kind of behind his shoulder and watching him make profits, I saw how you can invest just a simple amount of money, $100, to constantly build income week after week, month after month. So my $100 investment started as a small little investment that I had. And at the time, it was a lot of money for me because I didn't have a lot. And it compounded into thousands. And all it took was a total of about 5 to 10 minutes of setup time to get started each time I use this method. So I created this course really as a tribute to my friend and to give back to others, just as my friend kind of has done for me. What's in it for you? Why should you take this course? It's a completely simple and repeatable system to make passive income, which is great. More money in your pocket for your savings or pay off your bills each month. Who doesn't like a little extra money, right? More time freedom to spend with your friends and family. A higher interest rate on the money you would earn from other investments. A safer investment vehicle protected by larger profit margins per trade. A way to learn about and turn profits of cryptocurrency from the comfort of your own home. And those who want to earn a large amount of profit from a small upfront investment. Who is this course for? So this course is for those who have some knowledge of computers. You might need a little bit of technical skill to perform the task, but I've tried my best to really break down the course in the most simplistic way so that it is as if I was at your computer and you're behind me, just like I was with my friend, watching this method unfold. And you can just literally monkey see, monkey do, copy me as I invest my money, and you can follow along and copy my exact movement so you can make the profit that I am, just as I'm doing. Those who want to make passive income or money from home, from the comfort of your own home, and those who have a small amount of money to invest. And like I said, you will need an upfront investment of $100. So things you'll need to get started, like I just said, $100 of investment capital in a bank account, a fresh PayPal account. So this is going to be a PayPal account that is not tied to your personal expenses or a business account that you use for whatever side hustle or anything that you do online. So it's going to be a fresh new PayPal account that will set up a Coinbase Pro account, which I'm going to show you how to set up, and an Xcoins account, which is a third-party lending website that allows you to trade out Bitcoin to buyers for a premium or an interest rate. Things you're going to learn in this course. So one is how to transfer your fiat, or in our case, if you're American, US dollars from your bank account to a cryptocurrency exchange, such as Coinbase, without any fees. How to purchase Bitcoin using limit orders successfully without any fees involved at all. How to create an account using third-party lending websites like Xcoins, and set up lending offers so that others can purchase your Bitcoin for a fee or interest. And how to set up a PayPal business account to streamline the entire process as you collect interest payments from others automatically, and as you earn passive income while doing the things you love most. So this is going to be a completely hands-free approach. After we set it up, it's going to take about 5 minutes to set up, 5 to 10 minutes to set up. And once you do it, it's a repeatable system. It's going to be automatic and completely passive. You can literally go and hang out with friends, spend time with family, go grab a burger, go to the gym, and while you're doing all these things, be earning money. It's a beautiful system. Just to show you, this is my Xcoins account. As you can see, on May 29, 2018, I started my investment with $101 and then reinvested my money. Was this June 5th, 2018, it went up to $121, then June 13th, $135, each time reinvesting my capital in compounding interest. As you can see, I'm just going to go along here, the same thing. I'm just earning profits and then reinvesting them back into this third-party website, Xcoins, which I will be then lending out my Bitcoin to others, and they will be paying me an interest for the Bitcoin that they're purchasing. As you can see, 218, 279, 331, 361, 386. You can just see as the money increases more and more and more, starting from $100, $1,214. You get the idea. So that's about it. I'm going to teach you this system. It's very simple. It's exciting when you first start seeing money coming in and you've set up this system. It only takes 5 minutes. It's an enjoyable feeling. You feel great just being out and about, and then you see in your email address that there is money that has been paid to you, and you had to do nothing really significant for it, and you can just be enjoying your life. So if you're ready, let's get started to the next video to get this process going.
Okay, welcome to the course, guys. This is going to be the first video on how to set up your Coinbase account and fund your account. Just to explain what Coinbase is, pretty much it's an open marketplace where you could buy particular cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and a few other things. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you sign up for an account just by clicking sign up. What I'd like you guys to do though is use this link here, this Coinbase account, coinbase.com/join/Rado li_9. This is my private link that I'm providing you guys to use. If you sign up using this link, you'll get an extra $10 in your account. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with $100 that you'll be investing, with this additional $10 on top of it to buy our Bitcoin and start lending it out using our method that I'm going to teach you in these courses. So let me just log in. So you guys are going to click sign in, but for me, I'm sorry, you guys are going to click get started. I'm going to click sign in so that I can log into my account and show you how to make your first purchase of Bitcoin using Coinbase. Okay. So here we are. So once your account is all set up, you're going to see pretty much the same dashboard as you're seeing here. Okay, so pretty much just to go over a few things here, the amount of money that you have in your account is going to be displayed right here under your portfolio value. Obviously, I have 1 penny in my account right now. That's because I'm actually lending out the rest of my money, which was I think when I put it in, it was like about $1,500, but we're up to like close to $2,500 now due to the profit that I have in the actual website that's lending out the money right now, which I'll talk about in another video. Down here, you could see these are the charts for the different types of cryptocurrencies. So you got the Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Classic, Litecoin, and Bitcoin. As you can see, a lot of them have been on the decline lately, which is good because we want to buy, when we go through our process, we want to buy our Bitcoin at a lower price. And if it trades up, we're going to make a lot more money. It really doesn't matter if it goes up or down with this method, because you're going to see that when we do trade out our Bitcoin and lend it out, we're going to be getting a 15% interest rate. So even if the Bitcoin does topple down and goes even past the point at which we buy it, we're still going to make money because we still have a 15% interest cushion. So just as you could see here on the left, this is your portfolio. So it's going to show you how much money you have in your balance for each cryptocurrency. On the right, over here in recent activity, you're going to see all of the cryptocurrencies that you have purchased, as well as the money that was deposited from your bank account or PayPal or whatever you're using to fund your Coinbase account. So just so you guys can see, you're going to click on, I'm sorry, let me go back a second. You're going to click on recent activity, view your account down here, or you can click accounts up here on the top. You'll see your USD wallet, your Bitcoin wallet, your Bitcoin Cash wallet, your Ethereum wallet, all these things. So what you want to do is you're going to deposit money into your wallets. What I'm going to teach you guys is how to fund this account without fees. You can fund the account immediately, and by doing that, Coinbase is going to charge you obviously a percentage for transferring your money from, let's say, a bank account into your wallet, and that's going to cost you a certain fee that they're going to charge you. Or you could do it my method, which is going to be for free. All the moving parts that are involved in this method to make money that I'm going to show you, there's fees involved, but I'm going to show you how to do them for free using kind of like back end ways to keep more money in your pocket, so to speak. So what you want to do is click on deposit, and you are going to do a bank deposit from your you probably might not be seeing this because this is your brand new account, so you're going to click on that and it might ask you to set up a bank account. Do so. And when it is set up, you're going to click on your bank account and you're going to click the amount of money that you want to put into your account. Like I said, it's best to start with $100. That's all you really need to get started. Can you start with less? Sure. I think it's best though to start with the $100. Plus, if you use the referral link that I'm giving you in this video, you get an additional 10, so it's going to be $110 at a 15% rate. You're looking at, let's see, so 15% times 100 is $15 plus a little extra for the extra $10. So you're looking at maybe like $20 or so profit on the first trade. And then as this works and you keep doing it, it's going to be compounding interest. So you're just going to take that money and funnel it right back into Coinbase and into Xcoins and the lending service that we're using, Xcoins. So you're going to put $100, push continue. Right now I have $1,500 or so that I started with invested in it, so I'm not going to transfer any money at the time, but we will end this video here because that is pretty much how you will be transferring your money onto Coinbase. The thing here though that you got to remember is that because we're doing this for free and not using a credit card or some other method to purchase the Bitcoin on Coinbase, it is not going to happen instantaneously. What will happen though is it'll take about 7 to 8 days for Coinbase to pull the money from your bank account that you're linking together for it to be processed into your Coinbase account. So if you are using this method, it's going to take 7 to 8 days. If you don't feel like you want to wait, which I understand some people don't want to do that. They want to see, they want to get started immediately and they're okay eating the fees to begin with. That's completely fine. That's your choice. The other way to purchase Bitcoin would be, so you click on trade at the top right here and it'll bring up how much money you want to purchase. Okay. Put in the amount. So if you want to buy $100, put in $100 and it'll convert the amount of money in US dollars to Bitcoin, and that's how much the balance will be. This is what this number represents down here. So you're buying Bitcoin and you're paying with, in this case, this is my bank account, but you can select a credit card if you have one that you'll set up. And that will be for a fee. I'm not sure how much the fee is. You could read the fine print on their website. They'll tell you exactly how much it is. I think if I do recall though, I think it's like 4 or 5% of the amount that you're transferring, something like that. So if you do want to get started quickly, you can do that method, but I recommend using the 7 to 8 day method, which is free, which will pull the money from your bank account without any fees. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Okay, welcome back. This is Alex Ronowitz again, bringing you the tutorial on how to earn passive income using Bitcoin, lending it out for an interest rate to other people. On the previous video, I spoke about how to create a Coinbase account, how to fund the account using either your bank account or your credit card. And in this video, what we're going to talk about is how to create a PayPal account. Now, some of you may already know how to do this and find it easy to do. There is one extra step that I wanted to add to it to make your PayPal account, which is usually for most people a personal account, into a business account. And I'll explain why we're going to do that in a moment. First, let's just create an account, just in case you don't know how to do it. So you're going to go to paypal.com, click sign up. First, sign up with a personal account, and then we'll switch it over to a business account afterwards. So put in your legal name, your email address, create a password. Okay, click next. Okay, and then put in your address. Okay. Phone number, all that stuff. Okay. You're going to agree to the terms. Just click get started. Doesn't matter. Any of these buttons don't matter. Okay, link a card. Instead, you're going to do link a bank instead. And then you're going to provide your banking information, your routing number, your account number, all that stuff. For now, and the reason why we're going to do all this is because what's going to happen is you are going to you're going to take your money. Essentially, what's going to happen is you're going to take your money from your bank account, transfer it over to Coinbase. The money will then be in your account. We're going to then transfer it over into another Coinbase program, its sister program called Coinbase Pro. Turn that into Bitcoin, and then use another third-party website to lend out the Bitcoin to people who are interested in buying it for an interest rate, so we earn passive income. That third-party website will then transfer the funds after someone makes a purchase automatically into this PayPal account. And the reason why we're using this PayPal account and not your bank account is because and we're using this specific PayPal account that I'm explaining, like the reason why we're setting up like a separate PayPal account. We should be setting up a PayPal account that's separate from one that you use all the time, your personal account. The reason being is because if PayPal notices that there's a lot of transactions that are happening on this account, on your personal account that you may be using, which I'm recommending that you don't do, they may shut down your account. In this account, you still run that risk, but at least it's not associated with any other bank account, without any other money that may be tied up in your personal account that you may be using for personal use or for your business or what have you. So there is that risk, so just be aware of that. So what you are going to do next is click on the gear up here, top right corner, and you are going to scroll down to the bottom and click upgrade to a business account. And you're going to click use your current email to switch to a business account. Oh, sorry. Click next. Okay. Now it's saying to create a legal business name. You could really put in whatever name you want, your business phone number, all this stuff. You use your personal address, it doesn't really matter. I mean, this isn't for any reason, I guess for tax purposes or what have you. But I haven't really had. There's no stipulation behind any of this stuff. Okay, so that's pretty much what you will be doing. And again, the reason for doing this is that when you do earn the money, it will be transferred here. And this right down here where it says recent activity, it'll show a whole summary of all of the transactions that you have from all of the purchases, which I can show you. I'll show you my other account so you can get an idea of what it will look like. Oops. Okay, so all of these here are payments from people who had made purchases from Xcoin. So you could see, which is the third-party website which we're using to lend out our Bitcoin. So we got payments here: $42, $29, $34, $27, $170, $34, $34. While all this was happening, I was watching TV, doing other things, making this course. People were sending me money just to purchase Bitcoin. I was lending it out to them. So it's really a great method, and I can't wait to show you what happens in the next video. Okay, welcome back to the course. Again, we are talking today about how to create some passive income using Bitcoin lending, using third-party websites. This is Alex Rodolitz once again. In the last video, we were talking about how to create set up a PayPal account, and more specifically as a business account. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to set up an account using the third-party lending company, which I use, which is called Xcoins here, and how to start earning money using this website. So, what Xcoins is pretty much it's a third-party website where you are pretty much staking or putting up your own Bitcoin to individuals who want to buy it for a interest rate at which you set. I typically set it for about 15%. So for whatever money someone is looking to purchase in Bitcoin, I charge them 15% interest on it. I earn it every time passively without having to do anything. The website takes out all of the guesswork and any of the headaches involved really with getting the money from people, and it makes it a very easy, smooth transaction. So what we are going to do is we're going to have you sign up for an account today. You can go to the website xcoins.io and then click sign up. You got to put in your first name, last name, an email address that you'd like to use. I typically use the email address that's associated with, really the email address I use most often, just so I could see alerts as they come in, just in case. In this case, I'm going to use my other email address. Okay, I'm going to agree to the terms. Click I am not a robot, and sometimes they're going to give you a CAPTCHA. Not in this case, I don't think. So you're going to click sign up. Okay, so you're going to send you a code. You're going to put in that code. account. Okay, just bear with me one moment. Okay, oops, what just happened here? Okay, I'm gonna put in my code. Okay. Okay, so here is a chance to put in a promotional code. If you have a promotional code, enter it below. If you guys would like a little extra cash, you can use this code, and there's perks. I believe they give you some money just like Coinbase. So if you enter the code, so it's VVE4QI, and you press continue, you will get some perks by entering that code. Then you'll enter a password, and then I believe, just like in Coinbase, I didn't mention this in the previous video, in the first video, which I should have. I totally forgot because I haven't signed up for a Coinbase account in a very long time. But just like in Coinbase, in Xcoins, after you do your password, I'm not going to set up a password, but afterwards they're going to ask you to show that you are a real person by providing some sort of identification. So you might need to provide like a driver's license or some sort of ID card just to show that you are a real person. Typically, Coinbase is very quick about it. Xcoins can be quick about it. They're a company that runs on the West Coast, so if you between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. so their time. So if you're looking to like get things verified like very early in the morning, you're on the East Coast before like everybody's at the job, at the company for work. It might take a little bit longer. You might need to wait a little bit longer to be verified, but it typically goes through fairly quickly. Okay, so let me log in just to show you what it kind of looks like once you're all set up. And I will also show you some of my trades so you can see how much money you can really make while using this method, using this website. Okay, so this is what the interface is going to look like when you start out. Your activity section, all these transactions will obviously not be there because your account is new. I've had this account for I think 2 years now. I've been using it constantly, so I have a lot of transactions. As you can see, I think I have like pages worth. Yeah, I have a lot of pages of transactions. So like I said before, essentially what's happening is you're going to take the Bitcoin that we're going to take the money first from Coinbase, turn it into Bitcoin, which I'm going to show you in the next video, and then we're going to bring it onto this website, Xcoins. The reason why I wanted you to go onto this website is because I want you to go up here on your interface and click Deposit Bitcoin. What you're going to do is copy and paste this address. What this address is going to be used for is once we do actually gather our Bitcoin, which I'm going to show you in the next video, we're going to use this wallet address to send the Bitcoin to this account. Make sure that you copy this address perfectly. Make sure that everything is copied exactly as it's shown here. I know this is a very long code. They do that for security reasons. If you insert a wrong code when trying to transfer your Bitcoin from, say, Coinbase Pro or Coinbase to, let's say, Xcoins, it could just be lost and you'll never get it again. So I'm just warning you now, please make sure that you copy it exactly as it's shown. Otherwise, forever hold your peace and have no money. Okay. Just to show you before we end this video some of the transactions and how this works. Like I said before, once you have your Bitcoin converted over, in Coinbase Pro, which again I'll show you in the following video, it will be brought here as your balance. Okay, this balance started, I can show you, let me just show you how it started back in a few months back. I think I've been trading this stuff out, this money, this Bitcoin. Let me see here, just bear with me 1 second. Think back even further. Okay, so no further. Okay, so here, this symbol right here shows your actual transfer of money from Coinbase to Xcoins. So I started, as you can see, with $1,475.81. I started lending it out on this website, and immediately the next day, early in the morning, someone purchased $80 worth. Okay, so they're going to take $80 of your Bitcoin and then give you 15% on it. So it's you're really making a nice profit. And the other thing to keep in mind is, let me just show you. So these are all transactions. Show you there's more transactions, lots of purchases of Bitcoin from many people. The beautiful thing, though, while this is happening, is that because Bitcoin is fluctuating, you could have bought in, bought Bitcoin, like I said, at $1,400. Like I purchased it, but the next day it could shoot up, $1,000 in the actual value. Okay, sorry about that. The last video got cut off a little bit, so I just wanted to finish my thought real quick, and then we'll end this video. So as I was saying, the value of Bitcoin constantly fluctuates, so it may be, like I said, purchased at $1,400 on my end, but the value of Bitcoin at the time might have been, like when I bought it, let me just go back just to show you actually how much it was, which you could see here by this number, by this column, the exchange rate. So the exchange rate was $3,940. If we jump, and that was, let's see, in what month was that? That was in the month of March. It was March 12, 2019. Let's jump to page 2. Now we're looking at June 10th, so almost 2 months later, 2019, June 10th, the exchange rate had jumped to $7,756. Okay, so it jumped up $3,000. The value then of your balance also will increase as well. So you also have just like capital gains on your balance, which is amazing. And you'll also have interest earned from the loans that you are spitting out to people. So there's a lot of earning potential. Just to also explain, you also may be saying like, but okay, that's great, but what about when there's kind of a downturn and there's a reverse effect where there's more money being, the amount of the exchange rate has decreased and it goes below how much you purchased at. So just to paint an example, back in 2017, I think it was, when there was that huge downturn where the value of Bitcoin had skyrocketed up to about $19,000, which is when I started all of this, and it had dropped, pummeled, had been plummeting to like $6,000, $7,000. The value at which I bought it at had decreased way below the price at which I bought it at. But because I'm earning interest on it, I wound up not even losing money. I still wound up, after all of my Bitcoin was lent out, I actually wound up gaining a few dollars. So using this method, I've never even lost money. Now, I'm not saying that's guaranteed. Is it possible? Yes. Have I lost money using this method? No. It would be very hard to, because you have that 15% interest cushion to kind of keep you from losing all your money. And also, this isn't also guaranteed, but from what I've found just by studying Bitcoin and how it moves over the past few years, a couple of years, it tends to stay within a price range, and sometimes there's outliers where it goes up tremendously or it goes down tremendously, but not to a point where it would uh, lose you more money than the 15% interest rate that you have as a cushion. So it might stay, let's just say, like at one point it would be at 3,000, might go up to 5,000, then back to 3, then 4, then 3, then 5, then 3, then 6, then 3, then 5, then 4, then 6, then 3. So it kind of stays within that range. It's kind of how I've been noticing Bitcoin kind of move. So you are pretty well protected. Now, that's not to say you can't lose money. You probably can, but I haven't so far using this method. So that's why I'm creating these video courses to help you guys earn some money in a more conservative way, yet at the same time a little bit more liberal way that most people aren't doing. So, okay, so that covers X coins. In the next video, we are going to be going over how to transfer your US dollars from, or whatever currency you're operating in, whatever fiat, from Coinbase to Coinbase Pro. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video dollars in the actual value of Bitcoin.
Hello again, this is Alex Ryder. Let's bring you another video in our sequence of how to make passive income using Bitcoin lending through third-party websites. In our previous video, we discussed Xcoins, a little bit how to set up an account, what it's used for, and kind of the process of how lending works a little bit. In this video, what I'd like to talk more about is Coinbase and its sister exchange website, or its backdoor, called the Coinbase Pro. So once we have our money here on Coinbase, our US dollars or our fiat, we are going to want to withdraw it onto this website here, Coinbase Pro. Again, this is what's called a backdoor, which not a lot of people know. It's kind of a shared exchange that is connected to Coinbase. Obviously, it shares the same name, but it's used in actual trading. So I'm going to show you how to use it. So when you sign up, obviously I'm already signed in, but when you sign up, or rather when you log in, you're going to put in the same credentials that you used to log into your Coinbase account because it's shared between the two accounts. Once you're logged in, you are going to want to take your money from Coinbase and transfer right over into Coinbase Pro. To do that, you're going to click on this button here, deposit, select US dollars, select your Coinbase account. Of course, I don't have any money in my account now, as we spoke about in previous videos, but what you will do is you will push this max button and your total balance that's in your Coinbase account will show up here. You're going to click deposit US dollars. Once that happens, your $100, your $110 at that point will show up right here. And what we're going to do then is my favorite part, which a lot of people who are using this method to make money are not really are not savvy about, which I really created this video just to show you guys how to turn your money into Bitcoin without any fees. So how I do it is I use this thing right here called a limit order. And what a limit order is, just like in stocks, it's pretty much when you tell, in this case, the exchange that you want to buy Bitcoin at a certain price. And when it reaches that price, it will actually buy the Bitcoin at that price with no fees. So to do that, what you want to do is you want to click on limit, scroll down here, and you want to click on this top green button. Okay, so that's going to be the money at which the Bitcoin has to reach in order for you to purchase at that price. You're going to click then on max. And of course, I don't have any money in my account right now, but if you do, your $100, $110, it will create a limit order for that amount of Bitcoin at that price. And whenever it reaches that price, whenever the market gets there, it'll fill it. So then you click place buy order, and you pretty much just leave it alone. And right here, once that happens, a fill order will take place, and it'll stay there until the Bitcoin is purchased at the price at which you want to purchase it at. This is a great way, like I said, to buy your Bitcoin without any fees. You might have to wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe a little bit longer until your Bitcoin is purchased, but it will go through eventually if you just are patient. Once that's through, you will see the Bitcoin up here is filled because your order is filled for that amount of Bitcoin that you purchased. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go here, back into your Xcoins account, click on your wallet, and deposit Bitcoin. Order will be the Bitcoin that you had here on your account will then be back to zero, and it will be sent over to your Xcoins account. Just note that when you do this, it'll show up here when it's completed as your balance. The amount of Bitcoin that you sent over in US dollars will appear right here in this area. Just note though that this might not happen instantaneously. You might need to wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe even half an hour. The longest I've ever waited was about 6 to 8 hours, but just be patient, it will go through. It just depends on how many transactions are happening that day and if there's anything significant happening with the exchange rate regarding Bitcoin. So that is pretty much that, and I will present you with another video momentarily. Thank you for watching. And again, you're going to copy your wallet address. And remember, be very careful. You don't want to be any units off in this wallet address, because if you do copy it incorrectly, you could lose all your money. So you want to be very careful of that. So you're going to click on withdraw, select for currency Bitcoin, because you're going to be transferring your Bitcoin now to your Xcoins account where it's going to be lent out. You're going to put in the destination, your wallet address, and then click max. In this case, I don't have any Bitcoin or money in this account right now, but you will, and that full Bitcoin amount will be right there. You will then press withdraw Bitcoin, and the Hello again, this is Alex Rodowitz bringing you yet another video in our series on how to make passive income using Bitcoin by using third-party websites like xcoins.io. In the previous video, we were talking about how to take the money that we had brought onto our Coinbase account, transfer it over to our Coinbase Pro account, create limit orders so that we can exchange our fiat currency, like US dollars, into Bitcoin for free, and then withdraw the money from Coinbase Pro into our Xcoins account using our wallet address, like I mentioned earlier in the last video. Now, what we're going to talk about is how to actually set up the lending process on Xcoins, creating lending offers, and how to have Xcoins automatically transfer your money from your Xcoins account once you're paid into your PayPal account. So, to start, let us talk about how to set up your PayPal account. So what you want to do is bring your mouse over the Lend Bitcoin button and click Payment Processors. And for you, this is probably blank, but it might have a green button with a little white pencil in it, which is the edit button. Click on that, and you're going to click on the text field, include the PayPal email address that you're going to be using for the money to be transferred to. Click I understand the risks, and continue. And up here, this is just some sort of disclaimer. Lending Bitcoin has risks associated with it. You may experience payment reversal changebacks. Also, in some cases, PayPal may, at its own discretion, choose to discontinue its service to you. Xcoins has no control of the process. Lenders are advised to use caution when using PayPal. Please refer to our lender's FAQ and the lender's forum for more details. So this is all true. What can happen is sometimes there can be payments, and I'm going to go over this in a separate video for an FAQ to kind of
wrap up all of the troubleshooting and problems that one may have with setting up all of these accounts and getting everything set, or dealing afterwards with payment reversals and things like that. But just know that there are risks that are involved with it. This isn't a completely riskless investment opportunity. You can lend out your Bitcoin, and some people can maybe like pay for it. This has happened to me in the past, but rarely. It's happened maybe 2 times or maybe 3 times in 2 years, where somebody says that, quote unquote, their card was stolen or frauded, and they never made the purchase for the Bitcoin. At which time PayPal, says, okay, issue them a refund and you're out of your money. In the grand scheme of things, though, because I was again charging 15% per, Bitcoin that was being lent out, on each Bitcoin lent out, I was making so much, of a return that, in the grand scheme of like a small amount of money that was quote unquote reported as fraud and taken away from me, it ate into my profits, but not tremendously. I still made a lot of money per trade. And yes, it is true that PayPal can close down your account at any time. So be aware that, again, though, I have had this account that I've been using for 2 years. I have had warnings from PayPal, but the beautiful thing is that if you do get a warning from PayPal about, them recognizing risky transactions on your account, all you have to do is just go back to this page and create a new PayPal account, and the money will start transferring to that new account. You can continuously do this. And that's what I've been doing. And honestly, I haven't had any trouble. I've been getting my money on time, transferring it out from PayPal to my bank account, and profiting tremendously. I've made thousands of dollars at this point, and started at 100 each time. So I love this method. I will continue to use this method. That's why I want to teach it to you, because you can make a lot of money. It's literally like a money machine. You put money into it, money comes out of it, and you will, in the long run, prosper. So let's talk about how to start the Xcoins lending process. So what you want to do is put your mouse over the Lend Bitcoin button right here, and you are going to click Start Lending. This, of course, will be after you have your money transfer over from Coinbase Pro. Just a note, when you do have your money transferred from Coinbase Pro to Xcoins, it may take a little time to transfer over. So don't get freaked out if like 15-20 minutes goes by and you're like, my money's still not here. Just wait a little bit. At one time I had to wait, I think, like 8 hours or something, because it was during like a very busy time of the year. It was like around Christmas, and Bitcoin had also introduced what's called a fork. So it slowed up transactions, and all these other things were happening, and it took a long time for the money to be transferred from my Coinbase account to Xcoins. But I never had a problem with it. I never had money never show up in my account. As long as you put in your wallet correctly, the money will show up in your account. So just be patient. So we'll be here under your balance, how much you have. And again, I started this whole thing with $1,400, and I've already profited $1,600. So by the end of this, once this is all lent out, I would have made like $1,600 profit, which is pretty amazing. I'd be up at $3,000, and I started from $100 investment, beginning $110 because I used the link. So what you're going to do now is go to this text bar right here, this text field, and where it says Bitcoin amount in USD, you're going to put the amount of your balance that you're going to be investing. It should be $100, $110, whatever it may be. And you're going to click Update Limit. Okay. Then what you're going to do is, so that'll save that. So Xcoins now will know how much you are willing to stake, or rather to lend out to people. Then you're going to go back over to bring your mouse over Lend Bitcoin and go down to Lending Offers. Okay, so this is pretty much what you're telling people you're willing to make loans for, how much money you're willing to loan out, per each loan. So in this case, either a $28 loan, a $30 loan, a $60 loan, a $100 loan of Bitcoin. and then you could actually change the interest rate that you want. How I learned this method, I learned this method from a friend, and he kind of taught me that the best policy from his experience was using about a 15% interest rate, because if it's less than that, you are kind of not really, it's not really worth it to you, because you're making it more risky for you if someone doesn't pay or other things happen, like the market fluctuating too much. And if it's too much, people are just not going to pay. It's just too much money. So how you're going to set this up, if you just have one of these set up, just one row, you want to set up four. Okay, that's a rule of thumb that I've learned. In your processor column, each of these should be PayPal, meaning that the money that you earn for the loan, where is it going to go? PayPal. For the max money that for each loan, you set it up just like this. So the first one should be 20, second one 30, third one 60, fourth one $100. In the interest rate percentage, again, you could change it to whatever you like. I personally stick at 15 because that's what is attractive to most people, and they keep coming back. So I just tend to use that. And then the rating, set up 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty much just like this. So I think it's kind of like, I think what this means is just like how X coins divvies out the loan based on like your preference. Some people may say, well, why don't you do 100 first? Most people are, from my experience, are prone to spend less money to buy Bitcoin than these other bigger ones, because it obviously costs more. And then the status should be active. And then once you have all this set up, save changes. Okay, so let's just click that, I'll save changes. And that is it. So once you do that, once you go back onto your account, you should see this button. Okay, it should be a pause button. What that pretty much means is that this balance is actively being lent out to people, or propositioned to people to be lent. So by pressing that pause button, what'll happen is it'll pause the lending, as it says here. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Hello again, welcome back. This is Alex Ronowitz bringing you the final video and kind of my final thoughts on the whole process that I've taught you in these past videos on how to earn passive income using Bitcoin lending through third-party websites like xcoins.io. So just to run through the process again, to just review everything, we started with purchasing our or rather transferring money from our bank account onto our Coinbase account, transferring that money to its sister exchange website, Coinbase Pro, where we created limit orders to purchase Bitcoin for no fees. Then we withdrew that money and brought it onto our Xcoins website, or account rather. And then we created our lending offers so that people can start purchasing Bitcoin using with the interest rate, so we could start earning passive income through them buying our Bitcoin. Just so you could see where I started. I've done this, twice now, earning money through Bitcoin. Both times I started with $100. This most recent time I started with $100 in May 29, 2018. And as you can see, so every time you see one of these green envelope, or I don't know what you call them, so I call them envelope arrow things, or they're really deposit markers, the price of a Bitcoin the price of Bitcoin that I'm transferring in is much higher, because obviously I'm making more profit each time. I'm just constantly just funneling my money back into it. So once the money goes onto my PayPal account, I bring it into my bank account and then transfer it back to Coinbase and continue the cycle. So it goes back into my Coinbase, then Coinbase Pro, then Xcoins to lend out again, then back to my PayPal account, and then back to my bank account for a profit, and then the profit goes back into Coinbase again, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, the money is increasing each time. Let's just jump ahead a little bit. So you can see, so we started 100, now we're at like 360, then we're at 630, then we're at, let's go a little further, up to 1,400. So I'm really increasing a lot, and I'm just constantly just shoveling the money back into the system and making more money over and over again. And it's complete profit and it's completely passive. So if you don't have a way of making passive income right now, and you are willing to take the time to learn these steps, to do them, to invest $100, it's really a great investment to get started, to start earning passive income, and to make money while you're doing other things. Because if you're not making money while you're doing other things, you are probably going to be struggling over time, because it's not enough to just use your time to make money. You could do that, but you need to have backup assets or ways to make money in the background while you are making your active income as well, if you do choose to go that method. So thank you so much for watching this course. I really hope that you learned something valuable. And if you did appreciate everything you saw, please leave me a great review, or even if you didn't, if you felt like I'm missing something, please leave me a review so that I can go back and first answer your question and try to make things more appropriate for other people to who are going to view these courses in the future. So thank you so much for your time. I hope this course really helps you so much, and I look forward to hearing from you in the future. Take care for now. To further along this process. Thank you for watching.